training CD is made to impart the training to the engineering cadre at station level because nowadays time and again shortage has been reported by the stations to spare the officials to attend the training. This is the first version of the training CD. It may be improved, followed by other versions in near future depending upon the feedback. This CD will be helpful to provide information regarding the smooth operation and maintenance of captive earth station, that is CES, and other connectivity. Today's topic is Satellite and Connectivity Network in All India Radio. In this session, we shall discuss captive earth station, received network terminal, digital satellite news gathering. The subsequent version of this CD may cover the following: operation of the subsystem, cross-pole and co-pole concept, microwave link, that is studio transmitter link, MTNL/BSNL or fiber link, DTH radio channel, outdoor broadcasting, and live audio streaming. As you are aware that All India Radio is relevant even now for the masses in this country. Explosive growth in the field of satellite communication, broadcasting attained new heights in the last 2 decades. With the cheap mobile receiver, especially FM radio in mobile, has changed the meaning of life. All India Radio has its own satellite connectivity network for distribution its program to the FM, medium wave and shortwave transmitters, and also for link internet streaming. Mainland coverage area is 98% of the population through the conventional broadcasting. It become 100% with the help of satellite broadcasting. The frequency bands used in the satellite broadcasting in microwave band terminology, it divides as follows: L band 1 to 2 GHz, S band 2 to 4, C band 4 to 6, extended C 6 to 7, X band 7 to 9, KU band 10 to 17, Ka band 18 to 22 GHz. Presently, C band network is available in the AIR. KU band radio channels are available through the Doordarshan DTH DD Plus service. Satellite radio network is uplink the programs to its field stations across the India, whereas Doordarshan DTH service DD Plus is broadcasting 40 radio channels with their bouquet. The radio channels on C band are uplinked through the 37 captive earth stations of AIR situated on state capital and metro cities. Presently 36 MHz bandwidth available, that is one C band transponder is allocated on GSAT 10 and 7.5 MHz bandwidth on C band also available at GSAT 18 for the coverage of Andaman and Nicobar and Karavati Island. Accordingly, AIR Directorate has issued a frequency schedule for uplink the radio channels from different CES. The schedule is available on the AirNet. Before we proceed on the captive earth station, we will discuss little bit about the satellite communication, which will be helpful for maintaining the CES stations. The first question generally asks why uplink frequency is greater than the downlink frequency. The answer is to avoid the interference between the uplink and the downlink frequency. And the second is less power output and transmission losses decreases with frequency. The history is very recent for the satellite communication. It is started in 1962. Subsequent first commercial satellite was launched in 1965. Presently, more than 1,000 commercial satellites are available in the space. These satellites are placed in geostationary orbit at 35767 km altitude, whereas few other satellites are also placed on the lower orbit at 450 to 1000 km is called lower orbit or the LEO. Medium Earth orbit satellites are at 1500 km altitude. Commercial satellite is having normally 12 transponders. Electromagnetic waves is used in case of satellite communication. There are two types of satellites available. One is passive, another is active. Nowadays, only the active satellites are used for commercial purposes. These satellites are having the antenna, then the low noise amplifier, then frequency converter, where the uplink frequency converted into the downlink, driver output amplifier, and transmitting antenna. 3 satellites can able to cover the whole Earth. Satellite is having their own footprint. That means coverage area of the satellite. It have a beauty to cover the terrestrial uncovered pocket like valley and mountain. ISRO has allocated GSAT-10 to cover the mainland of our country, whereas the GSAT-18 covers mainland and Andaman and Nicobar along with the Karavati Island. Presently, GSAT-10 is located at 83 degree east and All India Radio is using C11 transponder. Also, GSAT-18 at 74 degree east transponder is C17 with the vertical uplink and horizontal downlink. What does it mean 83 degree east? This is the location of the satellite. Satellite is placed at 83 degree anti-clockwise. Therefore, RNT can be placed opposite to the satellite as shown. Now, we are ready to discuss about the CES equipments. It divides into the two categories, uplink system and downlink system. The following equipments are used in the CES for uplinking. Audio encoder with MPEG compliance and operate in IF modulator with a flexible operating parameter, up converter, high power amplifier on microwave frequency, parabolic antenna with control unit, redundancy at all level including UPS, earth station management system with built-in diagnostic. These equipment should be upgradable in network. All satellite channels are digital and categorized as national, regional and Vivid Bharati channels as per the schedule. Presently, before encoder, audio processor or limiter is used to avoid glitches in the digital audio. The studio output is limited to plus 3 dB. This audio fed to the satellite encoder. The encoder can be configured with the following: analog to digital audio. If digital audio is available, there is no need to convert. Then selection of data rate for one channel, apply compression like MPEG-2 or 4, add reference or clock or sync signal, selection of sample rate. In addition, ancillary data can be fed in the encoder. In AIR, we are using analog input in most of the stations. The data rate is 256 kbps and the compression is MPEG-1 layer 2. The encoder provides the digital data stream. Two types of encoders are available in the AIR network. One is Redyne stream encoder, which is having unknown data stream. This is called the Redyne mode transmission system. In this system, only one stereo channel input provision is available. This is a single carrier per channel, that is SCPC system. The second encoder is DVB-S/S2 compliant, which provides ASI output. Doordarshan is also using the audio-video encoder with this format, and AIR is using only audio encoder. This system is called Open Mode Transmission System in AIR. This is the open standard and widely accepted across the world. The open mode encoder can be multiplexed with 2 or more encoders. AIR Delhi is uplinking 2 open mode channels whose symbol rate is 2400 kSPS and 1200 kSPS. Normally, mono and stereo channels can be configured in this system. This type of encoder is having 1 to 8 audio inputs. AIR is using 4 or 8 audio channels encoder in their network. The output connector of the encoder is BNC and provides ASI stream. This output of the encoder feeds to the satellite modulator, which is IF modulator, and provides 70 MHz output. Again, two type of modulators are used. One is Redyne, another is DVB-S S2 compliant. The digital stream received from the encoder is modulated on the QPSK or BPSK. AIR is using QPSK modulation. We configure this modulator with the forward error correction, that is FEC, to 3/4. The output frequency covers the whole transponder, that is 36 MHz. The frequency is 52 to 88 MHz. The stream can be encrypted or without encryption. Redyne mode encryption unknown to the user, whereas open mode is an open standard format. The other configuration in the modulator, such as symbol rate, depends upon the data rate. The changeover unit for the modulator is used for redundancy. The modulator output fed to the up converter. The function of the up converter is to transform modulator IF signal to the desired C-band signal. Most of the up converter used in AIR is having the step size of 125 kHz. The signal gain from the modulator can be controlled by this unit also. The processing inside the up converter in two stages. First is IF converted into the L band, then L band to the desired C band frequency through local oscillator. Now the output of the up converter is given to the high power amplifier, that is HPA. There are three types of HPA are available in the market. One is Klystron type, second is traveling wave tube type, and third is solid state type. These microwave devices play an important role in the amplification of the microwave frequency. It amplifies the low level signal from the up converter. AIR using the TWT HPA of 200 watts in most of the stations, whereas Delhi and Mumbai are having 400 watt TWT based HPA. Now AIR has changed their specification to the 50 watt SSPA in place of TWT. TWT is having the recurring expenditure and average life of TWT is 40,000 hours. Now the signal goes to the parabolic antenna. The operating principle of the parabolic antenna is that a point source of radio wave at the focal point in front of the parabolic reflector. An incoming wave parallel to the axis will be focused to a point at a focal point. To achieve the maximum gain, it is necessary that the shape of the dish will be accurate within the small fraction of the wavelength to ensure the wave from the different parts of the antenna arrives at focus. Therefore, the antenna feed is placed at a reflector focus. Normally, this type of antenna is called the prime focus antenna. Another type of antenna, that is Cassegrain. Cassegrain antenna is a parabolic antenna in which the antenna feed is mounted at the behind the surface of the concave main parabolic reflector dish. The Cassegrain design is widely used in the parabolic antenna, particularly in the larger antenna. The gain of the Cassegrain is better than the prime focus. The third type of antenna used for the reception of KU band, that is called offset dish antenna. An offset dish antenna or the off-axis dish antenna is another type of the parabolic. It is so called because the antenna feed is offset to the side of the reflector. The design is most widely used for the small parabolic antenna. The output signal of the HPA is connected through the waveguide. This waveguide is elliptical in shape and having less than 50 meters in AIR. We are using dehydrator to keep this waveguide in dry condition. On receive part, C-band PLL type LNBC is used to convert signal received from the satellite for demodulation. Hence, we get the downlink signal on the L band. For uplink and downlink, three parameters are very important: azimuth, elevation, and polarization. The azimuth measurement is set with the range of 120 degree and the elevation is 5 to 90 degree. Azimuth, elevation, and polarization can be adjusted manually or motorized. Antenna control unit ACU is to be placed near to the antenna, and the remote of ACU can be placed to the CES room in case of motorized antenna. Uplink antenna is aligned usually under the observation of NOCC. NOCC is a unit of Department of Telecommunication which monitors the spectrum allocated by the ISRO. NOCC clearance is required when we are putting a new uplink antenna. Now we are discussing about the process of alignment of PDA. Satellite communication works on the principle of line of sight, that is LOS. Uplink PDA and the receive PDA is therefore needs perfect alignment with the satellite. Any misalignment in uplink PDA can cause interference to the other services. Sometimes the interference can be so severe that it can be completely disturb the other services. Misalignment of downlink PDA results low level signal for the receiver. That means no audio output or less EB0 N0. As mentioned above, elevation and azimuth. These angles can be calculated mathematically or get from the internet through the different websites. For example, dishpointer.com. Like Guwahati, azimuth is 216 degree, elevation is 53.6 degree for GSAT 18 through the dishpointer.com. Now with the help of compass, antenna can be moved horizontally to approximate azimuth angle, and with the help of elevation meter, antenna can be moved vertically to approximate elevation angle. The output of LNBC is connected to the spectrum analyzer. With the help of beacon signal, which is the telemetry of the satellite, we can align the azimuth and elevation. The beacon signal is circularly polarized and has a specific frequency in the downlink band. For example, for GSAT 18 and GSAT 10 having same 962.48 MHz on L band. There is need to set the parameters on the spectrum analyzer. RBW 10 kHz, VBW 30 to 100 Hz, sweep time auto or 1 to 2 seconds, frequency span 1 kHz, reference level -60 dBm, and attenuation is 0 dB. Then the telemetry of the satellite, that is beacon signal, looks like this. With the help of spectrum analyzer, we can measure the C by N0. For peaking the antenna, polarization can be adjusted. With our own uplink, to split down signals to operate the large number of receivers at a time, passive or the active splitter or divider are to be used. In passive splitter, DC point is fixed, whereas in active splitter, DC can be switched from one port to another. 1:2, 1:4 or 1:8 splitter dividers are available in the market. If the RF level is low, RF line amplifier is also used in the downlink chain. All above mentioned equipments are used in the captive station, and it can be controlled through the network management system, that is NMS. All the equipments are connected through the MOXA card to the computer, where the NMS application are installed to control all the equipments. The uplink and the downlink equipments can be placed in mobile van or boxes to fly. This is called the Digital Satellite News Gathering System, that is DSNG. Two types of DSNGs are available in the AIR network: drive away DSNG and the fly away DSNG. Here the antenna size is 1.8 meter for C-band as per the regulator. One trans and one receive ports are available in the DSNG. All DSNG in AIR are in 1+1 mode. DSNG antenna system can be GPS enabled for auto deployment of antenna. Antenna control unit can be auto mode or the manual mode with the preset. In the preset, azimuth, elevation and polarization along with the look angle can be stored. This is about the earth station, uplink, downlink and DSNG system. The operation of subsystem will be discussed in the next version.